Gene Hackman, the iconic actor whose name is synonymous with incredible performances, from The French Connection to Unforgiven, has led a career filled with highs, honors, and unforgettable moments. But behind the scenes, his personal life remained something of a mystery, especially as he and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, withdrew from the public eye. A housekeeper who worked in their mansion has revealed shocking details about the couple's life before their untimely separation. What was really going on in their private world? Why did the couple choose to isolate themselves from their friends, family, and even the industry that had once embraced them? Let's peel back the layers and uncover the truth. Gene Hackman is known for being private, especially in his later years. After retiring from acting in the early 2000s, Gene focused on other pursuits, including writing. He and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, decided to live a more secluded life far away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. They purchased a home in a remote area, far from the buzzing streets of Los Angeles. At first glance, the move seemed like a peaceful retreat, a well-earned break after years of the spotlight. But according to their housekeeper, this seemingly idyllic existence was far from what it appeared. According to the housekeeper, who worked for the couple for several years, things began to shift in the Hackman household a few years before their tragic end. Betsy Arakawa, who had been Gene's constant companion since their marriage in the late 1990s, started showing signs of emotional strain. Gene, who had once been known for his outgoing personality, started withdrawing further into his own world. This isolation wasn't just physical. Gene and Betsy started limiting their contact with close friends and even family members. Invitations to social events went unanswered, and even longtime friends like Dustin Hoffman and Jack Nicholson, who had been close to Gene during his prime, noticed his growing absence. The couple's social circle shrank to nearly nothing, and Gene and Betsy's world grew smaller with each passing year. According to the housekeeper, there were days when the two didn't leave their mansion for weeks. When they did venture out, it was for brief excursions, quiet dinners or walks, away from prying eyes. As time went on, Gene's health began to deteriorate. His housekeeper disclosed that he had started suffering from a series of health issues that he and Betsy kept hidden from the public. Gene had been struggling with severe back pain, a consequence of his years of action-packed roles, and was reportedly using prescription painkillers to cope. But it wasn't just his physical health. Gene was also suffering mentally, as he was known to have struggled with bouts of depression after retiring from acting. While his wife was supportive, there were moments when the tension between them became palpable. According to the housekeeper, there were days when Gene became almost reclusive, barely leaving his room, while Betsy tried to take care of everything else around the house. However, their isolation didn't just stem from health concerns. Betsy, too, had her struggles. Friends reported that she had been grappling with her own mental health issues, though it was clear that she kept them hidden from even those closest to her. As the couple's isolation grew, so did the distance between them. While they remained in close physical proximity, emotionally, the couple drifted apart. Betsy, who had always been a private person herself, began to show signs of emotional withdrawal as well. The housekeeper revealed that she frequently found Betsy sitting alone in their garden, staring into the distance, seemingly lost in thought. Gene, once a towering figure in Hollywood, had become a shadow of his former self. In those final months, the housekeeper noted that the couple would rarely speak to one another unless it was about something practical or related to household matters. They no longer shared the affectionate moments they were once known for in public, and their interactions were limited to mere pleasantries. The housekeeper's account painted a picture of a couple who, despite having everything they could want in terms of wealth and comfort, were silently struggling with their inner demons, unable to connect with the outside world, or even with each other, in a meaningful way. Sadly, the isolation that defined Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa's final years was not enough to protect them from the heartbreaking end they both faced. Gene's health issues, which had worsened over time, eventually led to a sudden decline, and in the end, it was clear that the withdrawal from public life and social connections had contributed to both their physical and emotional demise. Though their tragic ending was an unfortunate and deeply saddening chapter, it's clear that the couple's decision to withdraw from the world was more than just an escape. It was a cry for help that went unnoticed until it was too late. Gene Hackman's legacy in Hollywood is undeniable, but his personal story, especially in the latter years of his life, is one filled with sadness and regret, not just for him but for those who loved him. And as the details of their final days continue to unfold, we're left to wonder if there was more that could have been done. Thank you so much for sticking with us through this story. We hope this deep dive gave you a better understanding of Gene Hackman and his wife's isolated final years. If you haven't yet, please don't forget to subscribe for more heartbreaking celebrity stories, shocking revelations, and behind-the-scenes details that you won't find anywhere else.